Hey, I've been playing video games.
What?
Believe it or not.
Nice.
I beat Uncharted 3, which I liked way more than Uncharted 2. Way. Everyone I've talked to feels the same way.
But and I did too.
Yeah.
And when I replayed them all again recently, I now agree with Sean. I didn't like 2 as much as I remembered liking it.
Yeah, 2 was at the end became tedious, and I was not into it really at all. And 3, I just had a great time throughout the whole entire thing. So I like that one. I started playing 4, and I'm like chapter 6, so I'm a couple hours into it. And I do see what you're saying. There's a lot of like cutscenes. There's a lot.
The balance I felt like was off in the.
But I feel like that was kind of getting you caught up with the story.
Right?
Yeah, right. She's telling you the story, and
it cools down.
There were a couple moments where I was like, "What?" I don't want to spoil anything, but like I'm playing a game within a game, and I'm like, "What the fuck is happening? What is this?" I loved it. I thought it was great. I'm really cool. Into it, and it's funny because I haven't played these games before until like a month ago. So like seeing the progression between 2 to 3 to 4 within that short amount of time, my brain cannot handle what I'm looking at, and so many times I'm just standing there waiting for the cutscene to be over and realize, oh, I'm playing. I didn't realize. I'm just not used to it looking so good. That I can't get used to it. It's amazing. And Rocco for my birthday or Christmas got me those PS4 headphones.
The gold headset or whatever.
So it's just great for me because I can play at home with like the kids sleeping. I can like have it on and like hear my game.
Just gotta be careful of yelling. Like
that's true. That's true. Whoops, but it sounds so great. Like that game in particular sounds so good.
I think I said something, but they calibrated it just for that headset too. In case you were using that, they did like special shit for it or something. Yeah.
At one point, someone's talking behind you, and it's like it was crazy.
Yeah. The sound design in those games are so incredible. That's one of the things I've always loved about it, that they have all of any Naughty Dog game, like they have all the fine tuning for the audio. But like if you leave it at default, it's probably fine. But you can like adjust the azimuth, I don't know how to say that word, of where your speakers are pitched from where you are to help make it even better. Like it's pretty incredible. Like all of those games do a really, really good job. I remember getting freaked out in Last of Us because of something like the door banging behind me. I closed it,
happened to me all the time.
And then it was quiet for a second, and then the door banged, and I like freaked out. It was like 2 a.m. and nobody else was there.
I mean, I have a lot of dogs at home. And so like shit would happen, and I would constantly think it's like a dog getting into something, or like knocking something around, and be like, nope, it's just me playing a video game.
Sound design is such like an unsung hero.
Yeah,
like, if it's so good, you don't notice it, and you want it to.
And Naughty Dog has the best of that. Naughty Dog's technology is always 5 years ahead of everybody else's.
Yeah.
And one of the things that we looked at online, which was really funny, I forgot to mention on here before, but there's just someone took a video of Nathan Drake shooting a hill.
It was on Reddit.
Like it's just a hill, and he shoots it. And it was just the rocks reacting and pebbles sliding down the hill.
And then by the end, like more pebbles started sliding, and a little avalanche like happened because of that one shot.
And they were saying like, if you know anything about programming, like this is blowing your mind. Like the engine to handle that doesn't even exist.
If you play video games your whole life, you can't believe this. If you haven't, you don't see the big deal here at all.
Yeah. And there were a lot of people in there that were just like, so it's rocks sliding down a hill. It's like, yeah, but someone has to make that.
Yeah,
they did
that. That's
or
the
like
thing that had to
specify those
in Uncharted 4, like you'll jump in the water and you'll come out, and his hair is physically weighed down.
Yeah.
And he will go, and then it'll like kind of go back and stay up. And I like just that kind of detail in games is. Say what you will about the whole gameplay, the narrative, whatever you felt like as a technical game. It's so impressive.
Also,
absolutely.
When you're in the water, same thing. If someone's talking, you go in the water, it does the
gets
washed out.
Yeah.
Another detail I really like is when you shine a flashlight in someone's eyes, they'll cover their eyes. It's just a little tiny little detail.
I haven't had time to play it yet. I've only played 3. Like of all the Uncharted games, I've only played 3. I've been playing Dark Souls 3 actually, and that's the first Dark Souls game I've ever played.
Oh, really?
So that
I don't think anyone on here has been playing
course.
that. So how was that?
Hard as balls. I mean, it took me a minute to like get it acclimated to the style of gameplay because I've just been powering through a bunch of games. I don't have as much time to play with all this travel, so I'm sitting there and I was live streaming it, and I don't know if that was a good idea because it was just like a really uninteresting thing for me to just not be able to play the game well.
Figured out Dark Souls for the first time. Everyone wants to watch that.
And so I was just repeatedly dying. I mean, not in like a fun, interesting kind of way either. It was like the same mistakes over and over. So, but like now that I've got the hang of it, I'm actually incredibly like addicted to playing it, and the challenge is is definitely a thing that I want to experience rather than like the first probably hour I almost was just about to give up. Like I was very close to just giving up.
Yeah.
But since people were watching me, I felt like I had to keep like my cool a little bit and keep playing, and it's great. And I have.
But if you lost your cool, then you'd be $1 million streamer.
That's very true.
You'd going what? Oh, he screams because he's scared. He's PewDiePie. Anyway, but yeah, that's okay. Well, that my brother plays those, and he doesn't look happy ever. No. That's why I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna try it.
They're incredibly stressful to play because of the whole system of collecting souls as money and currency, and if you die, you lose all of your money, and you have to go reclaim them unless you die again, then you lose all of that. So it's this bad perpetual cycle of keeping me engaged in. I can't stop playing because I have all this. I die and I have to go get that, and then I get that, and then I didn't get to a save point because they're so sparse. So you're just constantly trying to like be greedy and get from one place to another without losing all of your money, basically.
Yeah, that sounds like a nightmare.
Yeah,
that's why I stopped playing Bloodborne.
Oh, really?
It's supposed to be an easier version.
Yeah.
I did that. I was streaming Bloodborne, and like the only way I was able to play was because I was actively asking people to help.
Yeah.
Like, teach me how to play the game.
I had to do that
because
constantly.
I had no fucking clue what I was doing, and otherwise it would have taken me 3 hours to figure it out.
Then there's no, like, real, like, in-your-face tutorials and tips and hints, like, being like, this is probably how you should handle this situation.
Which is
Here's
fine.
the weapons that you should... but it's so different than I'm used to nowadays, because I'm getting trained to be kind of a mindless video game player, which is like the game's just going to tell me everything I need to do 100%.
Yeah.
Nothing I have to figure out myself.
Yeah. But it was, man, I kept trying to play it and trying to play it and trying to play it, and then it just got to a point where I couldn't. And so like all those games look beautiful and they look like so much fun because I love a challenge in a game, but that looks like, hey, you gotta just grind and grind and grind and make a lot of mistakes, and it's not fun until you actually like perfect it. And I do not have enough time to get to the point where I'm like mastering the gameplay to then really enjoy like the actual rest of the game. So I had to quit.
How far did you get in Bloodborne?
I don't even think I got past the second stage.
Okay. I played all the Souls games except Dark Souls 3, just because I don't have the time. But Bloodborne has my favorite area in the game. It's Canehurst Castle. It's this giant, it's just giant castle in the snow part of the game, but it's gorgeous. Everything in that area, these monsters, these witches, it's like Disney's Haunted Mansion a little bit.
Yeah.
But just look up a video.
I think my brother showed me that, and that was
it's cool. Like gorgeous. Yeah. But other game I've been playing is Doom.
Yeah.
I want to play Doom.
I finally beat it. I loved it. I'm already on to the next thing. But Doom, I played a string of games that was just, like you were saying, everything is very, like, in your face dumb. But I just played a string of games that were very light, fun, and video gaming. I played Ratchet and Clank, which I loved. Very video gamey, bright, not challenging. You can just play through it. Every level in that game is a bright, vivid world. Then I played Saints Row: Get Out of Hell, the little expansion. That was really fun. That was like a 7-hour game. It's just a bunch of mini games in hell. And then I played Doom, which is again fast, fun game.
Did you do the multiplayer in Doom at all? I haven't seen much
The
of
multiplayer with Doom is ridiculous because single player Doom is very fast, frenetic, fun. This is awesome. Multiplayer Doom, they're trying to do Call of Duty and Destiny. It's completely detached from it. And I wanted like Unreal Tournament, like or like original Quake style, super fast. Yeah. But the multiplayer in Doom is super slow, but the single player is great. It's worth it just for that.
That's what I hear. But I mean, would you say it's somebody in the chat saying like fitting for $40 for well, that's for Ratchet and Clank, but I would say for Doom, I wouldn't pay more than $40 for just the main campaign.
Sure.
Because I want to play it like really, really bad. But a $60 price tag for 10 hours of game, like I don't know if I could spend that kind of money on that.
It would depend. I mean, if it with that game, I could see that. There's some games that are 10 hours. I was like, okay, that was worth $60, but Doom is simple. I don't even mean that in a bad way. It's a lot of fun, but it's simple, and 40 would be a hell of a lot more appealing. On that.
See, I'm concerned nowadays with how busy I think we all are. Like I don't even see the hours anymore because how many hours am I going to be able to play in this game?
But I've been this way honestly even since I was in like high school. Like I'm way more concerned with does it feel like a complete experience versus because again I always use the game Eco is one of my favorite games of all time and it's 6 hours. I would not want it to be 10. Like, even that 10 is not that long comparatively, but it's just the way that the puzzles are structured. It would wear its welcome after that. And so I remember paying $50 for that when I had no money in high school, but I was so fulfilled by that, you know? And so I've never really cared about how many hours, but sometimes there is a limit. You know, there's some games that are like, okay, beat that in an hour and a half. That, you know, but anyway.
Age-old quality over quantity.
Yeah.
I think that's really the persisting factor for me is I want to enjoy the game. Honestly, it doesn't matter how long it is. Ultimately, if the game is fun, because that's what I play video games for, is to have fun.
Yeah.
The moment it stops being fun is the moment I tend to stop playing a game.
Yeah.
And then a lot of times I end up not returning to it. Like before the podcast, we were talking about Arkham Knight and like how much of a fun game that was.
Yeah.
But like I stopped about, I would say there was still 6 or 7 hours left in the game, and at that point I'd already put in at least 40 hours into it.
Oh my god.
I have an incredibly awful experience with Arkham Knight.
Really?
So I love the game so much, and I wanted 100% and get the the true ending and all that stuff. So I went through and got all the the Riddler trophies and all those things. Well, all the ones I could get. So there ended up being 2 that were glitched out in the blimp that I got but didn't count to my data.
Yeah.
And so I tried to get them again, and they're not there. And then I even played the New Game Plus like thing where you like replay the game. And the game resets, but the trophies are all they're gone if you've claimed them. So I was like, maybe the game will reset and they'll reappear. So I went through the game a second time, and they still weren't there. And I couldn't 100%. I was on a mission to 100% this game, and then I was just so upset because I spent probably 70 hours or something in this game.
Well, that could be part of the game. The Riddler just outsmarted you.
You feel like Batman.
Yeah.
You are Batman. See, that right there, you should do my trick. I got a secret trick for stuff like that. Don't 100% anything. That's seriously, because honestly, like, my time is a valuable thing, and I just find that instead of having a stack of games, it's like, well, don't 100% Metal Gear. As much as you love it, go back to it. Okay. And
Garrett,
I just move on. And Garrett
opposite.
is the same way. Garrett yells all day long about, I have no time! All these games! I have no time! But then it's like, have you played this other thing you were talking about? No, because I'm on hour 740th Metal Gear, and I haven't gotten the yellow arm. And it's like, you beat it. Like, just move on. You know.
Yeah.
But hey, I'm not. That's whatever you want to do.
Have you ever watched Garrett play a video game?
The real reason I want 100% the game is to get the true ending, and you can't get it without
that's a good
getting
point.
the 100%.
That's different.
You can.
You can. It's called
called
YouTube.
YouTube.
God damn it! I want to earn it myself.
I know what you mean.
It's exactly what I did. Because that is how I saw the true ending of that game. I did everything except for the Riddler trophies, and it said, collect all Riddler trophies, and then you'll be able to see the final ending. Turned the game off, went on to YouTube, looked it up, and just watched it there.
I'm hoping a patch will fix it. I'm holding out. It's been like a year.
It's been a year.
That game's
I
I don't think anyone's looking at those.
Just trying to be hopeful.
Anymore.
Yeah.
I did the ending thing with Parasite Eve of all games. Like I played through it a year ago. I love Parasite Eve. The last boss is like this 10-minute battle. I used up all my ammo ever. I finally beat it. Then the second phase is you're on a cruise ship. You just have to get to the exit. And it's chasing you down the hallway. It's a one-hit kill.
Yeah.
And I'm steering with these shitty 99 tank controls. I already beat the boss. I miss a corner. The boss touches me. I'm dead. And boom, I lose an hour of progress. So I just went on YouTube, watched the last 5 minutes. Okay.
You know, in all honesty, the first time I played through Xenoblade Chronicles was, that's one of my favorite games in the past 10 years. Yeah. And something like that happened. The whole game was pretty good about restarting you at a good spot, but something at the very end sent me way back, and I went, well, I'm already here. Yeah. So I just watched the ending. But I played through it again later. And
let me tell you, that's crucial where they put you back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. If they put you back and it's even 5 minutes, but you have to do it again, I won't play that game anymore.
I'm so about repeating stuff.
Uncharted is the best at that, where it is like you die and you are right back to where you were.
Yeah, The Last of Us was that way too. It was really good about putting you.
There's no punishment for dying. You can die 1,000 times. Doesn't matter because I don't care. I'm going to die a lot. Let me keep going.
But for me, it comes down to time, not challenge.
Yeah.
You can have me repeat a hard thing 100 times,
sure,
because I want to do it enough to get it. It's that when that thing takes an hour that I go, oh no, I'm not spending another hour. That's it. You know, so that's what it is for me. You can have me restart the hardest thing over and over. I don't mind. It's just time.
With Doom, the new one, they have pretty friendly checkpoints. Yeah. I beat Doom and I started revisiting. I played Doom 2 last night. Going through the game. It's pretty sick if you haven't tried it out. I was going through the game and then I died. You start at the very beginning of the level.
Yeah.
I lost all my guns. I just had a
God.
pistol and it's like, fuck this. I turned off my 360.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I have actually a question centered around that. But before we get too far, I want to thank our sponsors on the podcast this week. Oh, that was it. So the question I had, video game related question, is what's the best game you've played that you stopped and you did not beat? You know, because I was thinking about Batman. I did enjoy Batman for the most part, but I just hit a wall and I went, I've had my fun. I'm done. I'm trying to think of
For me, it's I told the story on the podcast before, and it's not the game's fault, but it's South Park.
Yeah.
Because my brother, when I was like 50 hours in, he deleted my game to start his new game, and then I couldn't beat it. So I just gave up on it.
Same thing for me, I think it's save related, was Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic on Xbox. I was like pretty deep into that game, and then my Xbox died. And so I bought a new one, but the Xbox died, and it was the internal storage on the hard drive. I couldn't retrieve that save file, and it's like, well, I'm not going to spend 30 more hours on it. So
same thing happened with me on Fallout New Vegas. Same thing with the Xbox dying and couldn't get the data and all that stuff. And so,
Eric, you played a ton of New Vegas, but have you? I mean, this might be a stupid question. I haven't played it, but have you beat it? Like, have you actually beaten the game?
I've never beat Fallout New Vegas.
Okay.
I have started a new game 3 times, and I'll probably start a 4th eventually too.
Because
I don't care about beating the game.
That's what I thought. Honestly, that's why I asked.
Adventure.
yeah.
That's what I thought. Because every time I've seen you play it or heard about it, you're just exploring, and you're not. Yeah, that's what I thought. I was just curious.
I got really far into New Vegas, and then it was a point where it's like, all right, here's the ending. You have 3 factions you can go with. Who do you want? And I just turned off the game.
Make
it was
the
too
decision.
stressful.
Too stressful. Can't make a decision.
Yeah, I didn't know who to go with. The Vegas robot or the National Geographic people.
I think for me, still to this day, Final Fantasy X. I had that's not my favorite Final Fantasy. I'm kind of whatever on it, but it's fun to play. I enjoyed playing it. When it came out, I was kind of stupid about playing those games. I wasn't really smart about playing RPGs back then, but I still did it. I wasn't very good. And I got to the end of 10, and I was like, I can't beat any of this stuff. And then they re-released it recently, and man, that game was so much easier than I remembered. Well, I just feel like I know how to do it now.
Yeah.
And I still got to the end, and I went, what? She's doing all these status effects? Yeah, I don't care.
For that game,
Same thing. I've still, to this day, never beat it.
Yeah, I wasted a whole day with that because I got to the end of the part, couldn't beat the final boss, so then I spent a day grinding one of the ultimate weapons, came back, and it fucking destroyed the boss. But I lost.
Oh.
I was exhausted.
I grinded so much in that game. 160 hours, got all the monsters and all that stuff.
Oh my god.
Stupid. So stupid. But then I finally beat the game. I was like, that was the easiest.
Yeah,
fight.
spends 10 years grinding up, and then you can destroy that boss.
Yours was 10. For me, it was 9.
Oh, 9?
Like, and it's every now and again I go back, I'm like, fuck, I didn't finish that. I need to. Like, I switched jobs or something and was like, I don't know.
Go attack. Craig
I'll
made
finish it sometime.
You didn't miss
Some
anything.
point.
9?
9 is ends on such a non sequitur, and then just kind of, I don't know.
I couldn't even, but it was the same. Like, I couldn't even bring myself to look at the ending or anything.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I will finish it.
Yeah.
You missed out on little cute VV Black Mage babies.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was
She's gonna beat it one
Hey, I
day.
saved you the trouble.
I was gonna finish it.
I was honestly very disappointed in 9 that it didn't have like a cool CG sequence like all the other ones. Like had more CG.
Yeah.
It was more like in-game models and characters.
Yeah, you know what though? I will say, I always bash 9 on here, but there was a cool. The part where you're like, I have vague memory of like the forest you're in is turning to stone and you're trying to escape it. There's a cool CG scene there, but that was pretty early on.
Yeah, that was at the end. Like I'm always in a Final Fantasy game, I'm always expecting the end to be like.
They're kind of rewards. Yeah, you're right. Because like 7 was just like they gave you a fucking hour-long one. Yeah, 9 it was kind of like a puppet show with bad polygons.
Cool.
Anyway, are you excited about 15?
Yeah, actually, I haven't.
They stole your hair.
Oh,
They're all on the same page.
I actually have been waiting for 15. I didn't play 14 or 13. I watched 13 get played and 13 too, but I didn't actually play it myself. 14 MMO. I don't really play Final Fantasy MMOs. But yeah, definitely 15. I want to cruise around in a car with like my buddies and fight monsters. Like,
There you go.
That's all I really care
It looks
about.
really cool. I'm very excited.
Yeah, it's the.
And then there's an anime. So that's the other thing that's like crazy. Like,
Yeah.
Wait, there's an anime
Yeah.
to go along with
There's
it?
an anime and a CGI feature film.
Wow.
There
Really?
you go.
It's crazy.
Now,
Whoa, whoa,
watch
whoa,
it before
whoa.
you play it.
Sorry, did I miss? They're doing a CGI feature film for
Yeah.
Final Fantasy
With
again?
Aaron Paul.
Yes.
I didn't
because it went so well.
they do that again.
Yeah.
No. The track record says let's do this.
Is it gonna be
Hey,
in theaters?
There
Advent
was
Children
one
was
in one.
incredibly awesome.
They're 1-in-1. Advent Children was great.
Right.
Yeah,
But
Yeah,
what,
that was fun.
Not spirits with no one talking.
was it? Is it gonna be in theaters?
That's
though?
true.
No,
That's a
just
good point.
Blu-ray.
I
Or if
see.
you pre-order the game, you get it.
I see.
And that's
I
how they
see.
did
That-
Advent
that's
Children.
fine.
Yeah.
Well, I don't care either way.
I think
honestly.
if you have realistic expectations, those CG game movies that they just kind of put out on
Yeah.
Blu-ray are good if you know what to expect. Because like they do
Right.
those Resident
Right.
Evil
Yeah,
ones,
the
Yeah.
and there's always like, oh my god, this is the worst movie ever. But it's like it's a cutscene. It's
Yeah.
if you're a fan of that, and that's how I feel about Advent Children. Is like I thought I was going to see Cloud fight Sephiroth, and it was flashy, and that was
Well, so the thing is,
all I thought it would be.
When Advent Children first came out, was the like unfinished version. There's two versions of Advent Children.
Yeah. That's
So there's the unfinished one, which was the first one I saw, and I thought that was it. I was like, it's meh. It was like weird,
Yeah.
and it didn't really didn't flesh out the story very much.
Yeah.
And then they're like, here's the director's cut. It was like literally 2 times the movie
Yeah.
that the original one was,
Yeah.
and had all the characters in it, like all the stuff you wanted out of the unfinished product, which literally is what it was, an unfinished product when they first released it. And so I've talked to Advent Children about people, and they're like, yeah, I watched it when it first came out, it sucked. And I was like, wait, did you watch this one or this one?
Yeah.
And they're like, what one? Like, they didn't even realize there's like this full, complete version.
Yeah.
So if you haven't checked it out, check the complete version out. It's so much better than when it was originally released.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so yeah, we've got about 20 Final Fantasy movies to watch by the end of the year. So
Just lock yourself in a room.
Just so you know, hour 1 is in the books.
Nice.
2 more hours.
nice.
2 hours
All right.
left. So
I
hour
got-
2 begins now.
Okay. Okay. Good
night!
No, they were just saying that we should call this our. Is it 396 or 397?
I don't know.
Do we know?
396.
396. That we should call this our 396.2, and then later do 396.3. But I'm wondering, how did you know about that? Who broke NDA? Did somebody say something?
You know about that too?
How did you know?
I thought it was only me.
I thought it was only me. Anyway, Jesus. But anyway, what are we talking about? Final Fantasy. Now I'm excited about Final Fantasy. So the whole reason talking about Final Fantasy is it's the first time I've been excited about one since I was in high school. So I feel really weird. It's like I'm having all these high school feelings again. It's like
Oh.
who am I
High school
taking? Who am I
boy.
taking to prom?
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah.
Who,
go on.
am I going to pass the test?
Anime dudes.
The old classic test.
You get beat up after class.
Rocco,
I didn't get beat up in high school, please.
Rocco
I was
didn't get beat up in high school.
No, I beat them up.
Yeah, Rocco was
Teachers.
Rocco was a fucking bully back then, just
Yeah.
like he is today.
Yeah.
Everyone, so watch out for this guy.
Rocco
Yeah, I was
Bully
like,
Bodie.
excuse me, teacher, Mr. Mergens, did you just insult Dragon Ball Z?
Yeah, and you know what fucking happened? That's what he did.
Sugar in his gas tank.
Yeah, Molotov.
They call Rocco Iron Fist because one hit and you're out.
And I was good at Tekken.
Yeah, that's why I became friends with him because I was like the mouth and he was the physical big guy.
Yeah.
The fighter.
Where to go,
This is
Mal?
the mouth.
I'm the mouth.
Take 2.
That's how we get along so well.
Man.
Thank you for watching.
All right, so
Good night.